And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we're going to explore Nordic countries. And in this game of GeoGuessr, we're going to play the famous places, the Nordic Edition game. A variety of famous places throughout the Nordic countries, monuments, architecture, museums, well-known landscapes, churches, and tourist attractions. Photospheres and bird's eye view are included, so it's going to make it a little more difficult. Not the best with famous places in the Nordic country. I'm getting, I guess, kind of better. I am an American. For this game, we're going to do this as a no time limit, moving, panning, zooming allowed challenge. The play along link for those of you that want to play along, it's in the description below. And we're off to the Nordic countries to see where this takes us. And we've got this beautiful castle-looking building. The Flying Dutchman took this picture. Skanska. ABBA, the museum. So ABBA. We're in Sweden. Now we need to figure out the building. Got some stones here. Almost looks like some sand. But welcome. Välkommen. Nordiska Museum. Tervetuloa. So the Nordiska Museum is where we are. So if you're going to go visit the Nordic countries and you want a famous place, it is the Nordic Museum, I guess. And ABBA, the museum. ABBA, I'm going to guess Stockholm, but the signs don't really... Just not familiar with the signs. Yeah, Nordiska Museet Center. Alright, so we'll go to Stockholm and it's water there, right? To the east. Oh, here's. Is this it? No, no. Where's the museum? Nordiska Museum. The Greasy Spoon in Helsinki. Alright, so we just got to find a little bit of water to the northeast. So it says wait, ABBA the museum. Here we are. I'm like, this looks like Museum Island or something. So I feel like there it is, the Viking Museum and Nordiska Museet. Museum charting Swedish cultural history. Right in front, there's this tram, the train, whatever you want to call it. And there we are, I think Carl Gustaf, Nordiska Museet. So let's look this one up. Nordic Museum. So how appropriate, the first round we get the Nordic Museum, located on Djurgården, an island in central Stockholm, dedicated to the cultural history of Sweden from the early modern period to the contemporary times. There's the building on the water. Yeah, so there we are. If any of you have been to this location or been to this museum, let us know in the comments down below. Love to hear from you. But there we go for the first round. Second round, Pommern. Got a nice old ship. Tall ship, I think they call them. Tallinn. flags that are missing. Got some tulips over here. So, all right, so we're on. Okay, so what is this? It's a ship. Pommern. Ah, so the flag of the Åland Islands for this one. All right, and we got the colored pavement, like that red hue to it. So there's football, IFK, and we're in the Åland Islands, Mariehamn. That's where we are. And we got the ship. What ship is this? The Pommern, right? Well, hold on. There is Segelfarget Pommern. All right, temporarily closed. Wonder why. So we are here. I'm going to guess Engelska Parken. No, we are here. Yeah, just a little bit up this little road here. And how do we miss this one? How did we miss it? Oh, we're probably on the bigger. What? Wait, what? All right. Anyway, let's look up Pommern. Horse, the ship. So it's an iron-hulled sailing ship. It was built in Glasgow, Scotland. How about that for anybody that's from the UK watching this? After World War II, it was donated to the town of Mariehamn as a museum ship. It is now a museum ship belonging to the Åland Maritime Museum. There we are. So I don't know if it's a museum today or if it's still going on. Anybody? Yeah, there it is. There in we just saw that, 2019. All right. Off to the next round on Famous Places, the Nordic edition. And we have got the Swedish flag. I guess we got a couple locations here. But wow, look at that picture. It's quite a scene of Stockholm, looks like to me. Amusement park. I'm trying to think if this is one where it has Liseberg. Liseberg. But this is, so if you're from Sweden, is this what the trees look like now? I would guess, or probably maybe more, it's changed a little more. I'd love to know what, if this is October 2nd as the day I'm playing this game. Does it kind of look like this? Or are we past this? So let's go to Stockholm once again on Famous Places. And hopefully we're here. Skansen. All right. The bridges to the northwest. Treasons Park. All right, so what is this here? This is it Castle of Stockholm? I don't know. Maybe it is. This is where we are. Yes, it is the Castle of Stockholm. This, and we're looking across to Grönelund, a theme park. I didn't realize Grönelund is on the same island as the Nordic Museum, but that's where we are. I think we're right about there. And the Stockholm Castle is this round, so we'll take a look at that. Stockholm Castle. Well, I don't really see it. Let's go back. This is Castellet. Stockholm. That's what it is. It's a okay. So it isn't a castle. Sorry, folks. The citadel located on the Castle Holmen. The first fortification of the location was built in 1667, designed by Governor General and Field Marshal Erik Dahlberg. The castle regained its defensive function during World War II when it became part of Stockholm's permanent air defense. That's pretty interesting. Look at this. On May 17th, 1996, Norwegian Constitution Day, some Norwegian expats temporarily raised the Norwegian flag on the tower. That's pretty interesting. So that's an interesting story. Some of the cool things you learn here on All Over the Map, things that you don't learn elsewhere. It is on Wikipedia, but after all, how many of you are really going to look that up and know that there's some crazy Norwegians that raised the flag there at the Citadel? Oh boy, this is the flag of what? Turku. That's right. This is Turku. This is behind the Cathedral of Turku. Trying to think. I don't know. But famous locations. This is Turku, Finland. And I think this the church. No, I don't. Well, something museum. I thought this would be the back of the cathedral, but I guess not. Oh, I wonder if this is it. Well, I'm not sure, but that's just my, yeah. So there we are. The brick or the stone, whatever it looked like it. Yeah, not a good one. This one should have got one. Turun Linna, 13th century castle. There you go, with history museum. So that's a pretty cool location. I don't know if I've ever been in this one or been on the outside. Maybe I have. Nick's Food Design across the street, but let's look this one up. Turku Castle. I don't know why I was thinking cathedral. Maybe it's just that the stone. I don't know. Anyway, Turku Castle. It's a medieval structure in the city of Turku, Finland. Let's just take a look at this one. I guess not. Anyway, it's the largest surviving medieval building in Finland. It was founded in the late 13th century and stands on the banks of the Aar River. The castle served as a bastion and administrative center in the region of Finland until the early 19th century. It played a role in power struggles within Sweden, the Kalmar Union, and stood sieges. There you go. The Duke of John of Finland, history. There we are. So go visit the Turku Castle. Let them know if you visited. I wonder what the cost of visiting these places are. Kind of think it can't be too expensive. All right, so we get a nice bird's eye view of the back part of I think this is the back part of the there we are, folks. We get, for some reason, maybe this is telling me you got to go to Stockholm, because we've got a couple rounds here in Stockholm, here on Famous Places, the Nordic edition. And we just got the back end of this. Yeah, it's the back of the museum, the Nordic Museum. Like, how appropriate would this be that we get the Nordic Museum not only once, but we get it twice, and have a museum. So I think St. Åland's glass ice cream. There's the museum. So maybe we'll take a look at this one as Vasa Museum, a maritime museum with the 17th century ship. But yeah, there we are. The Nordic Museum. I just got to think of this little Gallard Park, and is where we are, I think. There we are, perfect score. So let's take a look at the Vasa Museum, ship museum, I guess. Not technically in, well, I guess it's Stockholm, but on the island of GeoGuessr. The museum displays the only almost fully intact 16th or 17th century ship, I was thinking the 1600s, 64-gun Vasa that sank on her maiden voyage in 1628. The museum opened in 1990, and it's the most visited museum in Scandinavia, but that doesn't include Finland, folks. I've also heard the term Fennoscandia, I think. Is that a term? Anyway, there's the ship, which is pretty cool to see, something that old. But it's even better seeing in person. So, what do we get on this game? 24,957. And to be quite honest, we didn't go far. We stayed in this area. Stockholm, Åland Islands, and Finland. So, Sweden and Finland, you got it on this one. From Norway, sorry. Although we gave you that little factoid about the Norwegian expats in Stockholm. But if you got any game requests, Norway to Denmark to Iceland, Finland, or Sweden, let me know in the comments down below. With that said, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, cheers.